So hey everyone, I'm back. So I'm going to continue here with my apple green, or welcome to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts, I should have said, because as I said, I was basically going to be continuing this one with the second part so that people still had something to continue with whilst I was away, and hopefully I'll have time to finish this part. So in this part I'm going to continue with my apple green, as I said, and I'm just going to continue colouring that over all the current colours, as well as adding it in to the leaf as well, and also adding a bit of our little light shadow area for our final colour to come in. And obviously these parts will get slightly faster as you do it, just due to the fact that, well, obviously there's less space to fill in, but you're still colouring over the other areas and blah blah blah, but yeah, you'll get the drift and know what I mean anyway, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. So, we'll see if I get it done. I have to start, I'm going to do some scrambled eggs for dinner. I feel like some scrambled eggs with some leek, a bit of bacon, and leek, a bit of bacon, and obviously eggs. Obviously eggs, but I'm only allowed a light meal, and I'm assuming eggs are light meal tomorrow for breakfast, so, and I have to have breakfast done before 7 or else I can't eat at all, so yeah. Oh, and I'm talking about what is currently the future but will be the past once you see this video, so yep, whoops. Oh well, I guess it is what it is how it is. Yeah, and I just realised I don't think I had any music on with the last one, did I? I can't remember. Yeah, so I'm just going to pause for a minute and get some music on and check the other video and just check if there was music going there or not. I'm hoping so. If not, I'll have to work out how to add it in, but obviously being tired, I'm forgetting things. So yeah, I will be back shortly. So I'm back, I've got the music going now. Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed at myself that I forgot it with the last part due to my tiredness. But I guess I'll just have to try and make sure that I remember to put it in when I am editing, or try to put it in when I'm editing where it won't drown out what I'm saying in the tutorial kind of thing. I guess that's what I mean. I don't even know what I'm meaning right now. But yeah. Yeah, but I hope you're enjoying this anyway. I'm just thinking now I made extra work for myself by forgetting to use that music. But I guess it's what I enjoy doing, so I'll survive. Mistakes happen at times. It's not the first time and it won't be the last, I'm sure. Stupid ankle. Trying to leave what little space I can in these teeny leaves for some of our final colour, if I can. When we get to it next. I'm not worrying so much about the little white areas. Like, I was trying to do them, but then I realized it was taking up too much of that little white space that I want left for the other colour. So I'm not worrying about doing a little light area on this because it'll blend in anyway once we add the water. And I've accidentally coloured over some of those areas. Oh well, it's just going to be blended in with green anyway in the long run. I'm not trying to colour over those areas by any means, but I have accidentally gone over some of those little small leaf areas, even though I'm not deliberately trying to. Some of these larger leaves, I'll do that little bit of light shadow depending on the amount of space left. Or the larger, not the larger leaves, but the larger parts on the leaves. I will do it on some of those parts with the little light area if I think it's big enough. But I don't always do it. And then lastly, I want to come in with my Sherbert Lemon. So I want to bring that in over all those colours and all the leaves. Just use it to basically fill in those extra holes as well as give the same depth as and colour tones as the other leaves that we've got there. Oops, and try not to smudge the other colours like I just did there. As you notice, I really smudged the colours, so what I'm going to recommend is start from the light area and then go into the darker areas and wipe off your pencil a little bit each time after you do those areas, just to make sure that you've got that Sherbet Lemon colour there still, because I did lose that in a couple of those leaves. Like, I'm hoping it'll come brighter once I add the water, but we don't know, it may still stick with a lot of that green tone or whatever in it that was currently in the leaf previously. So as you'll notice, I nearly got it, one of the other colours smudged into the lemon yellow in that spot. Like, I can still see the streak there, but it's not too bad, fortunately, because I've been wiping the pencil off each time after using it, so that I don't get that colour in that area where I want that colour, if that makes sense. Really hope you're enjoying this anyway. I love working with my Inktense pencils. I know this isn't the double glazing that I do at times, but I am intending on using some of that when I can finish getting. I've started doing a second sketch of my Summer Dreams sketch on the paper that I fully intend on using the Derwent Inktense on, and showing a tutorial on how to do that image and offering a PDF and stuff when I can work out how to set up a Patreon and stuff. That probably won't be for a little while yet, but as I said, that's something that I am wanting to look into, and obviously that'll have my own images and stuff as I work on that stuff more, but obviously not the original colours that I use that I want for exhibitions or something, but yeah, I'll work it out. I need to, shall we say, get some more images started sketching, and like I've started drawing some sketches but haven't continued them yet, and so I've got to get back into all of that again, which I really want to. It's just with these ankles I haven't been doing a lot, but I'm hoping after the surgery it might help to improve things a bit so that I can get back to doing some of those things, hopefully. At least that's my hope anyway. It is. When I'm in less pain, hopefully it'll be easier to be able to do things, because currently I'm living with no painkillers whatsoever because the painkillers that I have just aren't effective and don't work for me. So yeah. I'm really hoping to get back to doing some more of those and working some more on those, but it's about also getting ahead with these videos so that I can also spend some time doing some of my own images and working towards those. But all goals for the future, I guess. It is. goals for things on the future and like Patreon and stuff, and I'm hoping if I can be in less pain after getting this sorted, and then maybe look at getting my left ankle sorted, that maybe it'll make it easier on me with, shall we say, getting those things set up and stuff, because I'm not so exhausted and I'm not hurting so much and all of that. At least that's my hope anyway, because I really do want to get to those things. It's just things haven't really totally been on my side lately, but I'm still going to keep working towards them. I want to, because it's really important to me to be able to do some of those. And whoops, I just somehow got a browny orangey colour in that spot. I do not know how. Hopefully it'll work out okay. I guess it'll just look like a bug's bitten it or something if that orangey colour stays when I put the water on. Or there's a hole or something in the leaf. Yeah, we do the best we can anyway. I don't even know where I was adding that onto or what I was just talking about before. I'm that tired. So apologies if I don't totally remember what I was talking about. That's done, so I'm just going to pause for a minute, and I'm actually going to go and grab my water to start doing my water on this, and I will see you back shortly. So hey everyone, I'm back. So basically I did a bit of the just trying to get my ankle on the seat. I did these 5 little leaves with the water off camera, just because I thought I'll save time kind of thing. It's looking like I'm going to have about a month's worth of videos up, so it's better than nothing. So yeah, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my Microdor number 2 paintbrush and also my water, which is green from doing the other ones, obviously. And what I want to do is I want to sort of work from the lighter areas to the darker areas with this, and just work around the shape of the leaf with each little area. Trying not to go too over the lines if we can avoid it. And I just want to do it with a very sort of damp paintbrush. So we're sort of just moving it around and trying to get those areas covered, and I'm just doing one little section at a time so I don't get too confused or miss any if I can help it. Sometimes you miss some, sometimes you don't. It's just do the best you can with them. There it is. And I figured it would be easier to show it on the larger leaves as well. If you want me to do smaller leaves in the future, I'll look at using, well, I will be using it on smaller leaves anyway with the Jonah Bastard World of Flowers and those ones. I will. just doing from our lighter areas through to our darker areas, because that allows us to still have the light showing but also the dark areas or shadows prominent too. Here I'm going from our little, I think it's Sherbert Lemon, down into some of our apple green and vivid green areas, and then up into our dark shadows. That's how I want to do this, so that I'm not going over that lighter area. Oops, a bit too much water there. And it can be a little hard to tell if you've missed one, but if you I try to go by if there's quite a few little white spots, even though we've blended so many colours together, it's blended out a lot of them. If you see a lot of white spots, then I kind of just go over it in case, and usually I find it's one that I've missed because it will blend. But you can tell because we're only using a damp area, it shouldn't hurt too much once it's dry, if it already is dry in one that we've done. But if it's one that you haven't done and you do that, then you'll know that you haven't done it, because it will sort of, I guess, fix it up a bit with the fact that it will allow you to then blend the colours in, and the colours will pop a bit more as well. So I guess you can look for the brightness or the dullness of it, but it can be hard to tell from that. So I find if you have one that you're a bit unsure about if you actually did it or not, then better to just, shall we say, basically do it anyway, just to be sure. Better safe than sorry, because it doesn't hurt to do it once they're dry anyway, and it just means that you know for sure then that it's done. That's what I do anyway. If I'm uncertain of any areas, I'll try it with the light brush and water anyway, and just see, and if it does blend in that, then I know that it was one that I hadn't done and that needed doing. And I just look out for those little bits of like pencil marks with the white spots and stuff, because I find it's not always reliable telling from from the difference in colour, because they can still be quite similar in colour. So yeah. That's just how I like to do it anyway. Now we're going to come to our little leaf over here. So I'm going to start from up here, and what I'm going to do, I'm still going to start from the lighter areas, but I'm kind of going to, as I'm going, I'm going to push it into the spine so that it kind of can't really tell that you weren't able to get it fully in there. That is one thing about the Inktense, you can kind of make it look like you've gotten stuff fully into the spine even if you haven't. It's not particularly the easiest method, but it's a way of doing it so that you can have that nice look in your book, because those spines can be really hard to get into. But yeah, I just like to just push the pencil into the spine as I'm wetting it, kind of thing. I do. I'm just working that into the spine, so that's kind of what I did with the other pencil, the flowers, because at least that way you've kind of got it half looking like you got in there, even if you haven't been able to get in there properly whilst you're using the pencils. But being able to use the Inktense and water, it allows you to kind of push the colour in there more without getting it all over the next door page. It does, at least in my experience anyway. making sure you just do light colours of water so that they don't go through the page, because I know it's possible for them to go through the page, and so I just try and do a light dampy sort of brush that's still wet enough to blend in the layer. But if you have to go and wet your brush again, you've got to work quickly, because with how light I'm working with the water layer, it does dry very fast. But I'm doing it this way because I want to prevent bleed through, but I also want to get those good, I guess, colour combos, but also I just like using a lighter brush with the water side so that I know I'm not going to get the bleed through, but it also does allow me to work on the layers quicker, I guess you could say. It does. It's also about telling when your brush is starting to feel a bit dry so that you can re-tip it, so that you can try and finish it before the things dry properly with the water and the areas you're blending. That's why I find you have to work fast with how light I'm using the water on the brush, because it does dry fast, but if the brush does start drying out, you have to rinse off the current colour nicks so that you're not overriding your light colours, but also so that you can still get it blended properly and quickly, even if you have to re-rinse the brush and do some stuff like that, or do a couple of times to get the water and the effect how you want it. I just find that, yeah, a lighter brush does work better for not saturating the page, but it does mean that you have to work fast, but I guess that's kind of the compromise. But then I reckon there's just too many risks, like bleed through and all of that, by saturating the page, and you can't work or do second layers on top as easy or as fast because of the fact you've put so much water on it. So yeah, anyway, that's the end of that one. I'll work out the stems next time. I'm not quite sure of the colour of those. I really hope you enjoyed this colour along. If you have, please leave a like, subscribe and comment, as I always love hearing from you, and I will see you later. Bye.